You are now watching The Numbers Don't Lie with your host, The Real KP and Tight Work on the DML Network.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? This your boy The Bus, and we back in the building with another episode of Numbers Don't Lie. Now, y'all know I got the homies with me, man, so I'm gonna ride on down and pick up my homie Tight Work. What's going on, dog?
It's Tight Work in the... Nah, I can't do that. What's happening, man? Let's get this Numbers Don't Lie rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got the other homie in the building, man. Mr. 99, what's happening?
Yo, what up, man?
All right, we up in here, man. So y'all know the motto, man. Girls lie, keeping politics lie. We can't say Matty Ice lie no more because he ain't in the league. So we gonna say HBO lie. now, let me say why I say that. HBO always saying he got the best offense in the history of the Dynasty. He said he was on the brinks of making the playoffs when he was like 4 games out. Now, how is that? So HBO, stop lying, man. What you about to say, Type?
I don't know if that's lying or just delusional. It's one or the other, man. But yeah, he don't see the same thing we see.
Right. Well, either or, the numbers don't lie. So before we move on, man, let's move into these top-notch rookies, man, that came out of this last draft class. And you guys know the guy that won I think he won the Rookie of the Year was my man Deion Collins, man. This guy put up 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, came away with the award. And he beat the big guy out of Washington, man, Frank Curry. What's your input on Deion Collins, man? And this is the thing. He came into Atlanta and took Julio's number. Now, do you think he's the next Julio? Do you think he produced or what?
Well, as far as the numbers don't lie, his size don't lie. 6'3", 201. So he's a big guy. And out there on that field, I couldn't tell the difference if it was Julio or the new guy, but he balled out like, man. Yeah, he came and slapped us like, this me, this my team.
Yeah,
I'm the new number 11.
Yeah, he balled out, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I had some doubts thinking, how could a rookie replace Julio Jones? I mean, that don't even sound right, and he gonna struggle for a little bit, because everybody know where he gonna throw to as far as the rookie goes. But man, he is good as advertised, man. He stepped in, took Julio number, and won the fans over in Atlanta, and hey, he the man, man. That dude is good. And he already an X Factor? That's crazy. It's like getting rid of your old piece and getting a new piece that's just as good.
This is good.
And ready to go. You don't have to do too much. You're not losing really nothing on offense. You just step in and he's ready to go.
Man, it's got a lot of thread on them tires, man. So,
sir,
Deion Collins came in and represented, man. I mean, it came down to like the last game or so between him and Frank Curry as far as winning that award, but Deion Collins showed that he was a guy that he's like Julio who. So now on the defensive side of the ball, man, we got the Jets team that produced a guy named Alex Collins. I didn't really see this coming, but Alex Collins balled out for a rookie, man. He had 24 sacks and 104 tackles for the New York Jets. Now it didn't get them many wins. It didn't get them in the playoffs, not even in the playoff hunt, but I think this is a great piece for the Jets to build on, man, with that defense with a type caliber player like Alex Collins. And I want to say he went up in development, man, to like a superstar. So, man, I mean, Tight Work, man, this is a guy that you face, 2 times a season, man. So what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't notice him. We beat their ass.
Okay, but, I mean, if you want to put it that way.
Hey, no. Hey, he hired, he traded for John Gruden in offseason to fix his offense.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he fixed the defense because this Jets defense is young and flying around. He was the guy, he led the team in sacks, and he was one of the league leaders in tackles, which is great. Then he had another young guy that was like right there too, Cashman.
Yeah.
So with the big guys he had up front and then these young studs just running around. They was all over the place, man. The Jets defense balled out. They was a good team, man. But it didn't add up the wins. But he got some nice young guys to build up on, and this guy might be the face of the league soon if he keep doing what he doing.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, man. It says it's not a race, it's a marathon. So I mean, at this point, I think Schemer and the Jets are really building a pretty good team to be able to compete seasons down the road, man, and for the ultimate season that we know of called high stakes. But Alex Collins with 24 sacks, that's pretty good.
See, y'all being nice though. I'm gonna keep it all the way real, bro. Listen.
Okay.
It's good, it's nice and everything. It's leather seats, it's nice to have, but did it make you any better? No. He went, what was he, 8-8 last year? And what he finished this year?
Less than that.
All right. So you got a rookie that's X Factor, cool. But what did it do for you? Well, you know what I'm saying? And you got Julio. But what did it do for you? You got worse? How is it possible? How you adding all these X factors and all these how you get worse? That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
now it's cool to have them, and Collins did ball out, but it didn't make your team no better. All it did was make an individual was pretty good. So hey, I like it. It looked nice, but you know what I'm saying? You put makeup on the turd, it's still a turd. It's just pretty.
Well, it's just about the individuals though, man. It's not the team in New York. It's about the individual.
Y'all know
games. You better be about that. You better about that team.
Y'all know numbers don't lie, man. We like to keep the numbers and the facts straight. So going back to his record, he went 6-9-1. So,
he got worse.
Yeah, he got worse.
Didn't make the playoffs. And you say what you will, but what we really need to be talking about is that quarterback. He went and got him a quarterback.
Yeah, he developed him pretty good.
But he, so is what's his name? Sam Darnold, developing really well. Goddamn, he in the Pro Bowl. Hey, he balling. That's
Sam
Darnold
got the Raiders to the playoffs.
So, and of course they came in like Suge Knight. Hey, you want to coach? You ain't gonna be all
back of the year.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, man. I mean, it didn't get him that many wins, but at the same time, it didn't get him on the list that's about to come up. So it didn't get him on the why you suck list. You know what I'm saying? Now, this list right here is just really mind-boggling to me. That some of the same teams, all y'all do is just change orders. That's all y'all do. I'm like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have got to do better. And you know what? The title is "This is why you suck," but I'm gonna change it. This is why you still suck. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the Rams up there with only averaging 10 points per game, giving up 34. I mean, come on, man. A kindergarten can do that math and say, man, you ain't gonna win no games like that. And you got the Bills with 12.8, giving up 24. That's not that bad, but when you look at you giving up 18.8, so you scoring 18.8, but you giving up 36 points a game. There's no way I can change that formula to make you win games. There's no way.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. You can't have a competitive team like that in one of the better players on Madden. And defensively, I'm sorry, is that say you giving up 34 points a game?
34.
Oh my. So yeah, that's terrible, man. Good Lord, that's terrible.
And to be honest, let's keep it real. That number actually his offensive points per game actually went down. Last year he was scoring like 14 points per game. Now he's at 10.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty damn bad. Tight work, any words of inspiration, man? You seem to find the goodness in things.
Yeah, if you pull out some goodness in this, let me know.
Well, he got a couple superstars on the offense and the defense, so he can improve that. I think all these teams can get off this list the next time we do this show if they just trade with the Dolphins. You know, I can help them help themselves. by giving them things that they don't realize they need, but they need because it would add up to wins. Man. You know, like Schemer added pieces to his team. He's never on his list, but he do some questionable things that everybody question, but it works out for him. He got players, but these guys here, they not doing anything. You're not really active during free agency or trading, but I don't know what it is. It's the same people. That
I don't know what you're talking about. Flair's special teams is great. He got one of the best kickers and punters in the league.
Yeah. There you go. That's the positive.
Hey, we're gonna change this to the 5 deadbeats, because this is the same 5 teams on here every single episode of This Is Why You Suck. Rams, Bills, Broncos, Colts, Lions.
But T-Pain getting up out of this next year.
You think so?
He had a year to develop the new guys that he traded for in the offseason. He got a penalty that slowed him down, so I expect him to compete this upcoming season.
All he did was develop one guy, Curtis Samuel. That's it. Come on, man.
So what, you calling me a liar?
Yes. Yes, you lying. Man, you lying, man. I mean, he developed one guy. It's 10 other people on offense.
A habit of
not tight work line. I got you.
Oh shoot. Yeah, man. I don't anticipate seeing the Broncos here though, man. I think he's got a gooder. He's got a really good team. he's working on that quarterback, man. So
okay,
you know.
Another one is look out for the Bills, man.
Okay.
If you look at the difference with the points scored and the points against,
yeah, he's right there.
His gap is closer than everybody else on his list, and
that's true.
Right.
He had a couple injuries last year, and he's still trying to figure out how to work his quarterback game. But you see the potential there.
And his defense only gave up 388 points, man.
Right.
That 388. I think my defense might have been as bad as that. So hey, he might not be on this list, man. I want to see him get better, definitely.
Yeah, I think that he's to be the one that might get off it, but he's a perennial. This is why you suck participant.
Right.
So I could be wrong.
Hey, he got the Bills though. He allowed to get a couple seasons in.
Yeah. Well, y'all say the Broncos might not be on here next year, but he's definitely on the next. This is why you suck with the turnover difference. So let's take a look at this, man. And this is another reason why these teams continuously stay on this part of the show, man. Like, y'all got to stop turning the ball over, man. Like a native 31, and you giving away 56 times. But we all know that comes from always throwing to one person.
Hey, it's other people's on the team.
Hold on. Is the Bucks on this list?
The Bucks.
Man, hold on. Call
Yeah.
to the carpet.
Chuck.
You got to explain to dude.
Yeah, Chuck on the list.
Hey,
61 giveaways to 39 takeaways. Chuck.
hey.
I think that's why he was saying. That's why he was saying his Skype wasn't working.
Yeah.
He knew he was on This Is Why You Suck.
You can't be tough talking on Twitter to your division mates when you on this list, bro. This is why you suck, Chuck.
Hey, but Chuck did say year 3 is when he's gonna take off and start running his division.
And I heard in the Twitter he had the trigger fingers. So I don't know. He's supposed to not be on this list if you talking about being in the running for the division now. You can't talk noise to the Falcons. You can't talk noise to the Saints.
Hey,
being on this
he
list.
said he got the best division record in the division. He just can't beat nobody else.
hey, see. Hey, I consider C-Rob being last in the division because him and the Saints had the same record, 6-10. So.
Oh wow! But the Saints, I don't know, but C-Rob the Bucks, like he said, it's year 3. He got to build them up. He's not ready yet, so it's not looking too good though. Cause I saw the Falcons getting better. They got that receiver, man. He gonna be hard to deal with. Then you got every down Samuels in he ain't there, but yeah.
Every damn Samuels.
Hey, Sam was one of the best wide receiver in the league award, man.
Hey, he's a bad man.
Yeah,
it don't even wins, but
exclusively like that, you supposed to.
Bruh. He throws it to him every single play.
I bet he still don't realize why he's not winning.
Oh no, we didn't talk about the Steelers being on this list though.
Oh yeah.
But what's going on now? OG he don't have a bad team. He don't have a team that's supposed to take 2 to 3 years to get good and get ready. He got stars. So
man, y'all taking this too
why is
serious,
OG,
man.
why is OG Chris Murray on this
Hey
list?
man,
Cats getting
man.
in their feelings. Y'all taking this too serious, man.
Let's not
Chris Murray,
forget.
all right.
His name ain't OG Chris Murray. His name Mr. 98. That's his new name, Mr. 98.
Oh yeah, 'cause he
There
got
you
beat by
go.
Master Shredder of the league, expert.
Yeah.
expert damn near put 100-piece on him. That's nuts, bro.
Oh,
That's
he was
nuts.
fine. Yeah, Mr. 98 is on this list, man. With a minus 28, 60 giveaways. Wow.
Hey, I think 40 of them came against the Cowboys
I'm sure it did.
in that 98 game.
But you know, Mr. 98 tend to do some of the same things the Lions do, man. He'll get one guy and just try to throw it to him the entire game. So
Yeah.
that's probably
That's
another
true.
reason- another
But
reason why
he wouldn't trade it for Jarvis Landry though. You don't trade for Jarvis Landry if you plan on just throwing to one guy, do you?
Man, he's a decoy.
Yeah. that's
Oh, okay, I got you.
yeah. Straight
All
deep.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He had Joshua Dobbs throwing 33 interceptions. Big
Man.
Ben threw 19. God dang. So, yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
looking too good, man.
I got a tip of the day. For the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, because he on that list. Hey.
Oh yeah, he's
stop
on the
turning
list.
the ball over, man. Because he on like every negative list in the league every time. And Flair try. He going out to try. He's trying to get better. Just stop turning the ball over. Get off this list, Flair, and you'll win more games.
Yeah.
Hey, I pretty much go ahead and ink him in every. Like when I do these when I change this graphic, I don't have to change that name. It just stays.
Just the order,
stays.
huh?
Yeah,
You
I
copy
just changed the
and
order, man. Yep. So hey, that was the "this is why you suck" moment, man, or "this is why you still suck." So let's move on to the team numbers, man. We're gonna focus on two teams. It's gonna be a one NFC team, one AFC team. So the first team up is the New York Jets. Now this team did not make the playoffs, but this is the team you want to kind of look at.
Giants.
Oh, the Giants. I'm sorry. So we got the Giants up here, man. And when you look at their yards, they were like 17. But one thing that sticks out to me about their yards is the rushing yards. He was first in the whole DML as far as like rushing, and we all know why, because he had Barkley. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think one game against the Ravens, was it this year or
Baltimore opening season up.
yeah? Was it last
Start
year
season.
or this year?
This season.
This season right here, I think Barkley had like over 400 yards. So
Yep.
his game is running, man. He's gonna run the ball. You just got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just got to open up a little bit to make the playoffs a little bit, but he's gonna run the ball. So
But wait. He's supposed. Okay, so he's supposed to run the ball because you got Barkley. But he drafted with his first overall pick. Didn't he draft a quarterback?
yeah, he drafted a quarterback.
So you need a quarterback to hand the ball off. He didn't have one of them already.
Hey man, maybe that was
Nah, he wasn't as good. You sound kind of
Daniel
jelly,
Jones?
man.
I'm not jelly at all. I'm just trying to make sense of this because I'm looking at cool. His rushing stats is nice, but then the passing stats say 32nd in the league. Okay, but you drafted a quarterback. So Daniel Jones was not that. He was good, but he wasn't that good. But the new dude ain't better. So I don't understand what's going on.
Well,
But
Sean Williams, he passed for about the same amount of yards that Barkley rushed for 1,900.
Yeah.
And then he chipped in another 505 yards rushing. Yeah.
Okay. So he was running with the quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
So he trying to have another Baltimore where they run the ball a lot. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, you know what? I'm not even gonna trip then that you last in passing.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Then if you just want to run, you want to run.
Yeah. So that's his game, man. Running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he'll open it up a little bit. Let the quarterback come in here and pass and open up the passing game to probably get him a few more wins. He's in a tough division as well, so.
That's true.
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna slide over to the AFC, and this is a guy that we know how he plays. It's the Chiefs. Now, we all know the Chiefs, man, and my homie KP, he likes to pass the ball, and if you see, he's number one in passing, and he doesn't like to run, which is why he's 29th. You know what I'm saying? He was only averaging about 59 yards per game rushing the ball. And I don't know what he's going to have to do to get back to himself. You know what I'm saying? We're used to seeing KP in the playoffs. The passing yard is there. The passing attack is very aggressive, but the rushing, man, I think they need to kind of be balanced out. What do you guys think?
I think he need to fix that O-line. We played him once. I don't know how much longer Mahomes can take this. He was sacked 112 times on the season. But with that being said, he completed 62% of his passes. Passed for 5,314 yards, 45 touchdowns, and 30 picks. Like, the O-line is terrible. Yeah. Mahomes is on his back running around all day, but he still found a way to get the ball
good enough to pass
receivers.
Right.
Hey, like when I played him, Christian got off, man.
But
he had like
Christian, you got one of the better defenses in the league, man. You can't go by that.
But I'm saying, he gave up even that 15 sacks that I got against him. He gave up 112 on the season. He still gave up 100.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And if you look, you know what I'm saying? That's less than what the Bears got sacks on the season. You know what I'm saying? The Bears got 101 sacks, and he gave up 112.
But don't we see this from him, from KP? Like usually every Madden where he's dominant. He's making the playoffs. He missed the playoffs a few times or whatever. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I ain't got nothing against the dude, but I don't feel sorry for him like everybody else do. He be in the chat so sad about how this team sucks. When he got a 99 overall, he got the dude on the cover, bro. He cold. Yeah. And you lead the league in passing, and you got a 99 speed receiver. I don't feel bad for you because he's still throwing freaking touchdowns right now. Yeah. He ain't even playing, and he just threw a touchdown. I'm just saying. He not even in the playoffs, and I'm somewhere he just touchdown.
He got two of the fastest guys in the league. John Ross.
Yeah.
Three.
He
got
and Harmon.
Harmon right there too.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel so sorry for him.
I know. We're not saying we feel sorry for him. We're just saying why.
But he be in the chat, and I swear I almost had a tear this morning when I read it. It's like, man, I swear, man, my team is so bad right now. I'm like, bro, but your passing is elite, so you all right, you know. But I know a lot of guys that wish they had them type of stats. So hey, he'll be all right, man.
I mean, he is in a very competitive division, man.
Yeah.
Got the Chargers, the Raiders, who both went 13-3.
Yeah. So that means you got to stay on top of your game. But
right. So you got to get some more wins, man.
But his offense is so good. His passing stats are so good. It puts him fourth in the league in yards.
Yeah.
So that 29 is just kind of like, whatever. That's not what you do. You might as well call this shit the air raid.
Right.
And that's what he do.
But to be fair, Sweets. But to be fair.
All right.
Well, during the team draft, we called it out. The Chiefs is a good team. Everybody liked it because they had Tyreek Hill and Mahomes. But the roster had a lot of holes. And the cap was messed up. So right now he's been trying to clear it out and fix it, but he's still doing his thing with an inferior roster compared to the rest of his division. The Raiders was behind them, but now I see they done came up and passed him as far as talent go on the roster. Yeah. Because it seemed like the Raiders done turned the corner after they fired Gruden. Hey, fired Gruden, man. See what the Raiders did after they got rid of him.
Yeah, the Raiders and the Chargers are like leading the way, man. But it's one stat line that really stood out to me about Chiefs passing game, which includes Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
If you look at the stats, man, Patrick Mahomes played every play. If you look at his backups, they have no passing attempts.
Yep.
Never gets hurt.
Hey,
he had
every
passing attempt for his team. I've never seen that. I mean, you might even see the backup with like one or two. They have zero.
I mean, he on the cover, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a beast.
400 attempts, 249 completions, 45 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
And he's 99 overall now, right? I'm sure he's got to be because he was like 97 when the game came out.
Yeah.
He tried to steal your name.
Yeah, the backups didn't throw one pass. So if you're a quarterback coming into the league, don't go to Kansas City because you would not play.
Nah, you ain't seeing no field.
So,
he'll be on this, man. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
he'll be fine.
I expect him to, make the playoffs next season or the year after. So,
hey, Now, both the teams we talk about, which one of them gonna make the playoffs first?
Chiefs.
The Giants or the Chiefs?
Chiefs will make it first.
Yeah.
Chiefs will make it first.
Giants ain't got enough cheese, bro. He got to get his cheese level up. He gonna ball out in that division. For real. You got to be able to combat 98 points, bro. And you got to be able to combat Montez Sweat and Miles Sanders. So, yeah. It's going to be the Chiefs.
It'll be Chiefs. It'll be Chiefs.
For real.
Yeah, man. So, those were the two teams that we kind of focused on, for the numbers don't lie, man. You got the Giants over there in the NFC, and then you got the Chiefs over here in the AFC, man. Hopefully one of those teams can make the playoffs and, bring some excitement to the city. But until then, they got some work to do, just like those cats on This Is Why You Suck. So, hey, some got a little bit more work than others, but man, hey man, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank the homies for jumping on. Hey, C-Rob missed the show because he knew he was on This Is Why You Suck.
Yeah, he knew.
He said he didn't get the call, but he got the call because I dialed the same number that I called him last time from. So don't you can miss me with that, but hey man, I appreciate y'all for jumping on, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, we got the draft this weekend, man. Let's get ready. Get them picks ready, man. Hey, who's gonna draft a stud? Who's gonna draft a dud? So, hey, we out.